1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Aisha Nayab. First, the headlines. Prime Minister has directed the concerned authorities to ensure maximum public awareness of government's initiative for the welfare of people. Interior Minister says the agreement being finalized with Tehreek-e-Labbaik Pakistan will be made public soon. Information Minister says over 8,000 Sikh Yatris from across the globe are arriving in Pakistan to celebrate the birth anniversary of Baba Guru Nanak. United States has expressed a keen interest in investment in special economic zones in Sindh. Hurriyat Forum has expressed a serious concern over prevailing situation in the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, saying a large-scale deployment of Indian forces in the territory has created insecurity among the people. Qatar has agreed to establish a U.S. interest section in its Kabul embassy to provide certain consular services and facilitate communication between Washington and Taliban government. The final of the ICC T20 Cricket World Cup will be played between Australia and New Zealand in Abu Dhabi tomorrow. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan has directed Balochistan government and the ministries concerned to work in close coordination to accelerate the pace of work on transport, energy and infrastructure projects in the province. Chairing a high-level meeting in Islamabad to review progress of Southern Balochistan Development Package, the Prime Minister voiced concern over the slow pace of work on development projects. He emphasized on holding meetings of the Apex Committee headed by Chief Minister every month and that of Execution Committee every fortnight to speed up 200 development projects worth 655 billion rupees. The Prime Minister said he will personally hold review committee meetings every month to remove impediments in the completion of development projects. He emphasized on holding meetings of the Apex Committee headed by Chief Minister Balochistan every month and that of Execution Committee every fortnight. The Prime Minister said he will personally hold review committee meetings every month to remove impediments in the completion of development projects. He directed the authorities concerned to complete Turbat Airport and build 2 nursing colleges in Gwadar and Turbat at the earliest. The Prime Minister also directed to launch an effective media campaign to ensure maximum public awareness of government's initiatives for welfare of people of Balochistan. Interior Minister Sheikh Rashid Ahmed says the agreement being finalized with Tehreek-e-Labbaik Pakistan will be made public in coming a few days. Talking to media in Islamabad this afternoon, he said the government has banned 78 organizations including TLP, which was proscribed on the request of Punjab government. The Interior Minister said peace in Afghanistan is imperative for stability in Pakistan. He said 400 million Afghan people are facing hunger and such a grave situation will cast impact on Pakistan. The Interior Minister said 1,000 police personnel will be recruited soon to strengthen security in Islamabad. Over 8,000 Sikh Yatris from around the globe are arriving in Pakistan to celebrate the birth anniversary of Baba Guru Nanak. This was stated by Minister for Information and Broadcasting Chaudhry Fawad Hussain in a tweet today. He said the land of Gurus and Sufis welcome the Sikh Yatris. Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting Farooq Habib says despite the corona pandemic, Pakistan exports remained record high. Talking to newsmen in Lahore today, he said the country's textile exports remained over $6 billion during the last 4 months. To a question, Farooq Habib said the Ehsaas program is considered as 4th best program among 3,400 welfare programs of the world. Earlier, addressing a ceremony organized by the School of Motivation for Blinds and Special Persons, he urged philanthropists to continue playing their role for welfare of special persons. Parliamentary Secretary for Planning and Development and Reforms, Kanwal Shoaib, has urged the opposition parties to show seriousness and fulfill their responsibility regarding electoral reforms in the Parliament. Talking to a private news channel, he said the electoral reforms is an issue linked to the country's bright future. Kanwal Shoaib said the opposition should stand by the government in implementing its reform agendas and help formulate a long-term economic policy for the country. This is Radio Pakistan. President Dr. Arif Alvi has lauded the role of Federal Insurance Ombudsman in addressing the issues faced by the insurance policyholders. Addressing a seminar on the importance of transparency in the insurance sector in Karachi today, he said the trust of citizens is being restored on the Ombudsman. The President said 5 organizations of Ombudsman, including insurance, banking, tax and protection against harassment of women at workplace, are working in the country to facilitate the masses. The President stressed that the scope of insurance needs to be extended to the agriculture sector. United States has expressed a keen interest in investment in special economic zones in Sindh. Talking to Sindh's Chief Secretary Syed Mumtaz Ali Shah in Karachi, U.S. Consul General Mark Stowe said he would explore opportunities for the U.S. investors to make investment in the special economic zones. The U.S. Navy ship USS Pearl Harbor visited Karachi port. On arrival, the ship was received by officials of the U.S. Embassy and Pakistan Navy. Pakistan and U.S. navies are partners in peace and striving to achieve safe and secure maritime, milieu and trade. The visit of U.S. ship included harbour and sea phases. In harbour phase, tabletop discussions on professional matters and bilateral interactions were held, whereas the sea phase included various seamanship and warfare drills. The U.S. Navy ship's visit to Karachi and joint naval drills is a testimony of PM's resolve to work towards regional peace, and it may further strengthen mutual collaboration between the two navies. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Hurriyat Forum, led by Mir Wais Umar Farooq, has expressed a serious concern over prevailing situation in the territory. In a statement in Srinagar, the Hurriyat Forum said a large-scale deployment of Indian armed forces in cities and towns has created a sense of insecurity among the people. It demanded release of Mir Wais Umar Farooq, who has been under house detention since 5th August 2019, and also for all illegally detained Hurriyat leaders including Muhammad Yasin Malik, Shabir Ahmed Shah and others. The activist of extremist Hindu organization Bajrang Dal held a demonstration against the People's Democratic Party President Mehbooba Mufti on her visit to Jammu. The protesters said PDP leader is supporting Pakistan and is defending Kashmiri medical students who raised slogans in favor of the Pakistan cricket team after it defeated India in the T20 World Cup in Dubai last month. Meanwhile, a report released by Kashmir Media Service today said fascist Indian governments nefarious designed to defame Pakistan and Khalistan movement stands exposed. It said the Canadian broadcaster Terry Milsky in a report claimed that Khalistan referendum campaign is a project run by Pakistan. However, Milsky claim fell flat as he admitted before the court in Canada that he had no evidence that Pakistan was supporting the pro-Khalistan Sikh group. In India, Hindu extremists beat up 3 Kashmiri youth, forced them to shout anti-Pakistan slogans and threatened them of dire consequences if they did not leave Ranchi, the capital of Jharkhand state, at the earliest. The United States and Qatar have agreed that Qatar would represent the diplomatic interest of the United States in Afghanistan. An agreement to this effect was signed between U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken and his Qatari counterpart Mohammed bin Abdullah Rahman Al Thani at the State Department in Washington. Under the agreement, Qatar will establish a U.S. interest section within its embassy in Kabul to provide certain consular services and facilitate communication between the United States and the Taliban government. The Director General of World Health Organization, Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, has warned that Pakistan people are starving to death in Ethiopia Tigray region after a systematic blockade there. Talking to reports in Geneva, Tedros said the situation is worst as assistance from the WHO and other aid organizations to the region had shriveled to almost nothing. The third and final one-day international between Pakistan and women and West Indies women will be played in Karachi tomorrow. The match will start at 10 a.m. Pakistan Standard Time. West Indian women had already won the series by securing victory in 2 matches. And finally, the weather. Mainly dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while cold at night during the next 12 hours. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletin on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News.